What's up, everybody? This is your favorite cousin, Rich. And today, we're going to do an analysis of what is a YN. And also, we're going to do a breakdown of the recent case of Julian Conley and the Secoriea Turner murder trial. Let's get into it. But first, what is a YN? I think we all know by now. But it's a casual way to refer to a younger black man. The traits of a YN, sometimes reckless, eager to prove themselves, can be impulsive and less cautious, can be quick to escalate conflict, and also sometimes naive about the consequences of their actions. Background of a YN: broken or non-traditional family structures, economic hardship, exposure to street culture, and family stress and instability. Psychology of a YN: identity formation. At their stage in life, identity is often tied to reputation, respect, and belonging. Need for respect and validation. Because they often lack stability at home, respect in the streets becomes a substitute for respect they might not get from family or society. Risk-taking and impulsivity. Neurologically, young males have higher tendencies towards risk-taking due to still developing prefrontal cortexes. Survival mentality. This can make them hypervigilant and defensive, quick to escalate conflict. Loyalty and group identity. Loyalty to gangs, crew, and family is often a major part of their identity. This sometimes results in reckless acts to prove loyalty. Influence of peer pressure. YNs are heavily influenced by their peer group. Behavior often reflects group norms rather than personal choice. Again, behavior often reflects group norms rather than personal choice. Also, majorly influenced by environments, media, and culture. Again, often majorly influenced by environments, media, and culture. So now, let's get into the case. The victim, 8-year-old Secoriea Turner, was shot and killed on July 4, 2020, while riding in a Jeep with her mother and family near a protest site in Atlanta. The defendant, Julian Conley, then 19 years old, is accused of firing an AR-15 style rifle into the Jeep, striking the vehicle multiple times. The charges: Conley faced a 37-count indictment, including malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, firearm violations, criminal damage to property, and gang-related charges under Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. His co-defendant, Jerron McKinney, charged alongside Conley, has already pleaded guilty to several charges and was sentenced to 40 years, 20 years in prison and 20 years on probation, leaving Conley as the main defendant on trial. Gang allegations. Prosecutors allege Conley is affiliated with the Bloods, making this case not just about shooting, but tied to gang activity and legality of armed groups in protest areas. The evidence. Surveillance video shows a man in a red shirt, blue jeans, carrying an AR-15 style rifle, firing in the direction of the Jeep. Prosecutors say this is Conley. So, who is Julian Conley? You see the information right here. You can pause it if you want to. Let's keep it moving. But the one thing I do want you to see is the last bullet point. Let's read it. There is no verified public information confirming Julian Conley's prior criminal convictions. However, prosecutors in the Secoriea Turner case indicate that he had a suggested history of misconduct, possible criminal violations, and alleged gang ties. Let's keep it moving. So, what we've been waiting for. Trial update. Julian Conley was found guilty by a jury of murder, aggravated assault, and gang-related charges. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 25 years. The judge noted Conley's reckless disregard for the life of a child in imposing the sentence. So, let me break this down real quick. I think the simple fact that the defense whole case was that he did not fire the gun did not allow Conley, or Conley did not show any kind of remorse, no sympathy, and no accountability for the situation, allowed the judge to give him one of these sentences of life plus 25 years without the possibility of parole. I'm just keeping it real. That's what I believe. Because if your defense is saying, I didn't do it, You can't have remorse. You can only remorse you can say is, which say already happened. But if you didn't do that, you kill an innocent little girl, and you can't have any remorse, no sympathy, no nothing, that's what happens. Let's keep it moving. The co-defendant, Jerron McKinney, had earlier accepted an Alford plea and was sentenced to 40 years, 20 years to serve. Now, I did some more digging. Basically, his co-defendant snitched, told them everything they wanted to know, and that's why he got a 40 piece, and Julian got life plus 25. Now, is he wrong for snitching? In my case, how I see it, no, he's not wrong for snitching. Let me tell you this. You might have been doing some street stuff, right? Some street shit. But the thing about it is, a little girl got killed. A little girl got killed. At what point do we take accountability? At what point? Now, I'm going to put myself in their shoes, right? Would I be mad if my Cody snitched on me in this case? No, I can't be mad. If I'm a real man, number one, and a little girl got killed, you got to take accountability and responsibility for the situation. There's no ducking and dodging. No. This is one of them times you slipped up, you messed up, and you got to take responsibility for your actions. So for the simple fact that you slipping through trying to be free when the little girl is gone, it proves that you don't need no place in society. And for the simple fact that you was locked up for 5 years, in those 5 years that you was locked up, you didn't have any sympathy, no remorse, no nothing in your heart changed. For you to come out and say, you know what, I fucked up. Because you didn't do that, whatever came to you, came to you. Now, I salute the Cody for actually snitching because he took accountability. He took responsibility. He even was sympathetic and apologetic in the courtroom, apologized and all that. So they gave him 40 years. Now he's able to turn his life around, and he might come out and change a little kid and tell them to think better and do better in life. But you, my man, you messed up. Point blank period. Point blank period. Now, the correlation between Julian and YNs. I'm not going to read through all this. I'm going to read through the big bullet points. You can pause and read the whole thing if you want to. Let's get into it. Glorification of recklessness. Firing into a car with a child inside. Come on. Misuse of firearms. Goes back to the previous. Gang affiliation as identity. Disregard for innocence. Incarceration. That's his fate now, right? Political weaponization. YN behavior gives politicians and media an easy scapegoat. See? Look at black on black violence. This distracts from systematic issues and allows outsiders to dismiss legitimate struggles. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Sound familiar? I'm going to end it right here. Hope y'all can learn something. Hope y'all pick something up. I greatly do appreciate y'all for watching. This is your favorite cousin, Rich. Y'all be safe out there. And also, condolences to the little girl who lost her life. Y'all be safe out there again. Love and blessings.